I have an even worse nail horror story for you guys that just happened yesterday, and I just have to share it with you guys because this has never in my life happened to me or anyone I know. Yesterday, me and my friend wanted to go get a pedicure, and we went to the place we normally go to, and they were full. So we went to our Google app and just looked up this other place that was close. We called, they could fit us in. So we drive a few minutes there, go inside, everything looks normal, right? They have all the salon chairs, there's some clients in there getting their nails done. A normal nail salon. It's not as nice as the one we usually go to, but we were just like, you know what, whatever, it will do. Take our seats, we get our feet in the bath, they turn on the water and everything. So we're just sitting there having a good time talking, and like we normally do, and all of a sudden I just feel this pain in my toe. So I look down and like I don't see anything alarming, and the pain felt a little bit up from my toenail, which was weird. It almost felt like she was like doing something on my nail with a tool, and the back end of the tool had dug into my skin or something. But I didn't see any bleeding. I didn't see anything weird. So I just left it for a minute. But then I noticed from the side of my toe, there's a little bit of blood, and she starts putting like this white stuff on it. And I'm just like confused because I'm like, wait, was that what hurt? Like, I'm so confused. And then she had me put my foot back in the water, which was fine, but then it was just hurting. So I pull my foot out and I'm trying to see, which of course at this angle, you know, my pregnant belly in the way, I can't see really anything wrong. Like, I just am like, what just happened? Did you cut me? Like, am I bleeding? What's going on? And the woman just kind of stared at me and she was just confused. I feel like she didn't understand any English at all, which is kind of alarming when someone's doing a service for you that you cannot communicate with them whatsoever, and you're hurting and bleeding and you can't communicate that. And then the man next to her that's doing my friend's nails kind of looks over and he's kind of like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, did you have an ingrown toenail? And I'm like, no. I kind of just sat there for a minute, like trying to communicate to her. And then I was like, well, it's not bleeding anymore. Like, that was weird. Okay. And then he just had told her, you know, just be careful. And then so we're sitting there talking again. And then all of a sudden the man doing my friend's toes all of a sudden like does something, and she's just like, ow, that hurt. Like, he was being really rough with her, like digging in there. And then he's kind of surprised and like, well, I'm just trying to get in here. It looks like you have an ingrown toenail. And she's like, no, I don't. So then at this point, we're kind of just looking at each other like, what in the world is going on? Like, we've never experienced this much like discomfort and pain. And I don't know, during pedicures, we've had dozens of pedicures, dozens of places. Like, this has never happened. So she texts me and she said, you know, we're never coming back here. And I said, no, we're never coming back here. And I was like, do you want to leave? Like, we can just leave. And she said, do you want to? And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable anymore. So I tell the woman, I said, you know, I think we're just going to go. She just looks confused because she doesn't understand me. And the man is like, oh, what's wrong? You know, like, what's going on? And my friend said, well, you're just being really rough and we're just not comfortable. We're not enjoying this. We can't relax. And he said, no, I'm not being rough. And again, with the customer service, that's not how you speak to customers. If you have a customer saying, you're being rough, you're being too rough with my feet, please stop, you don't say, no, I'm not. That's besides the point. So we get up, it's awkward. Like 5 other employees, because there was probably like 10 employees there and only probably 2 or 3 other people in the salon. So all these other employees come over and they're like, what's going on? And they're just staring and like making it awkward. And we're like, we're just gonna go. We're not comfortable. Like, we're getting hurt. We're getting cut. I don't know what's happening. We're just gonna go. And my friend was being so sweet. She was like, we're not mad. We're not upset. We're just, you know, we're not doing this. They were like, oh, well, she can do your nails. They could do it. And we're like, no, we're just leaving. So we left. My friend was like, I kind of feel bad because they had their whole tray of like salts and cucumbers and whatever. And I'm like, I do not feel bad. That should not happen. So we get home, I take a closer look at my toe, and I actually take a few pictures because like I can't see up close. I can't get my foot up here to see good. You know what I mean? So let me show you. And just to warn you, this is not a flattering picture of my toe. My toe looks disgusting and I'm sorry. So if you don't want to see my gross toe, here's your chance. Okay, so here's what my toe looks like. So she just like took, what I'm thinking she did is she cut an angle on my toenail, which I don't understand why. I did not have an ingrown toenail. There was no swelling. There was no issue. My toes were perfectly fine. She cut a chunk out and then she ripped it, because my friend said that's what she saw him do, is he cut it and then he like ripped it instead of just fully cutting it out. And that was the feeling that I got, that pain. And so it was bleeding here. And then this was yesterday after it happened. And now this is today. It's even more red and inflamed and hurts. And you can see just, it's like, what is, so that is never okay to do to someone's nails. Just cut like a huge angle off. There was no ingrown toenail. There was nothing out of the ordinary on my toes. And now it's red and a little swollen and sore because of what she did. And then I looked at my other toes from that foot, because we were only there about 10 minutes and she had clipped and filed one foot, and that's the foot that I had put back in the water. Looking at those up close, the toenails are cut way too short, and it looks like whatever she cut them with was just like not working correctly, and it's all jagged and she even filed them. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. So if you guys run into something like this, do not feel ashamed to leave. Do not feel bad to ask for your money back if you've already paid, because I for sure would have gotten my money back if I already paid anything. Don't be afraid to speak up if someone is doing something wrong, or you just don't like what's happening, or you're not comfortable. This is all about the customer. You should not have to pay for a service that is hurting you, that is giving you discomfort, any of those things. Like, I don't care what kind of business it is. I don't care what kind of arrangement it is, how much it is, how much these people get paid. I don't care. If you don't like the service you're getting, say something, leave, get out of there. I don't know. This was not it. I'm so confused on how they think that's okay. It seemed like it was their first day on the job or something, the first day they'd ever done nails. All that to say, I have a new nail salon horror story. Hopefully this is gonna heal in a couple days and I won't have any issues. I've never been through professional nail salon training or anything, but I know that's 100% not okay to be doing stuff like that and making your clients bleed. I understand it happens every once in a while, but our first time going, it was both of us where there was no issue on our toes. Like, that should have not happened. There was nothing wrong. Like, all right, that's it. Bye.